I wonder if Jasmine Crockett would have cried for Dacara Thompson like she did for Renee Good.
People get offended and try to say I'm too black, but the reality is that y'all never let the fact that I am black go. So I'm going to be clear about one thing. I know my good black history, but this looks like modern day slave patrols. And they have been sanctioned by this Supreme Court.
What does that do to
Dacara Thompson's mom actually made her goal in the GoFundMe to continue to pay for the funeral services like Renee Good's family did. Again, by no means am I saying that Renee Good should have went out the way she did. What I am saying is that media and politicians have the power to impact which victims' lives matter.
Yes, Libras only react to things like this if it favors them. If it's something they will not benefit politically, you will not see even the mainstream media covering it. This is a clear case that we are seeing here. I have a lot of videos I'm going to show you. But before I do that, if you love what I'm doing here, please subscribe, share the video, and check if your notification is on.
By no means am I saying that Renee Good should have went out the way she did. What I am saying is that media and politicians have the power to impact which victims' lives matter and which victims' lives don't matter. If you haven't heard, Dacara Thompson was SA'd. She was murdered. She was tossed over a bridge by an undocumented who shouldn't have been in this country. But see, this happened in August of 2025. It is now January of 2026. Why didn't we hear about it before? And we obviously know the answer. We know that the media is controlled by the left, and the left couldn't possibly afford to have a black woman's face on their screens saying that an illegal them, because that would completely destroy whatever agenda they have going on. But what grieves me is that Carmen Thompson, Dacara Thompson's mom, set up a GoFundMe for $40,000 as the goal, and she was shy about $5,000. Meanwhile, Renee Good gets the media coverage despite obstructing justice, despite standing in the way of ICE agents, protecting victims from predators. She gets the media coverage because her storyline aligns with what the media is trying to push, and they get to raise about $1.5 million.
This is for Renee Nicole Good, who was murdered. This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country, and what I'm seeing here happening is not America.
This is Mark Ruffalo. This is Mark Ruffalo's brain. This is the security detail at the Golden Globes, where they had armed sniffing dogs, a border wall, and street blockades, all to keep unwanted people and threats outside of these celebrities' swanky party. You know who didn't have armed security and a wall to protect her? 19-year-old Dacara Thompson when she...
You can see their level of hypocrisy. This lady was molested to a level which I cannot even describe on this video. And unfortunately, she's nowhere near with us. Nobody is talking about this. The mainstream media is not talking about that. At some point, when I look at what Libras are doing, it get me crazy to a certain point. And some people will come under my comment section and say, oh, this guy is gaslighting people. You know, why things like this are happening? I want to see this guy, these Hollywood people with pins, moving around, demonstrating against things like this. You will not see it. When they realize that something will not benefit them politically, you will not see these people mentioning it. If they realize that the news will be a bad idea for them, they don't see anything. If it's in their favor to gain political points, Libras will erupt to a level never seen before. That is what I've seen for the length of time. I've been putting out videos on this platform, and it is crazy to a level.
Do you know who this lady is? It's a beautiful 19-year-old young lady who was murdered in August of 2025. Her name is Dacara Thompson. Say her name. She was abducted, then thrown over a bridge like a sack of garbage by an illegal alien by the name of Hugo Hernandez Mendez. He was in the country illegally, had been arrested for being and released. The city that released him did not notify ICE, where he could have been deported, and maybe Dakara's beautiful self would still be alive. Nobody raised $1.5 million on Dakara's behalf. Yet all this money has been raised for the young lady in Minnesota who was demonstrating, trying to prevent ICE from getting people like Mr. Hernandez Mendez, who unalived Miss Dacara. You people out there demonstrating, your moral compass is all fucked up. And normally I don't use profanity, but it's necessary here. You guys are twisted, demented. Why weren't you demonstrating for Miss Thompson? Where were you then? Where were the GoFundMes for her? You guys need to get a grip. You're on the wrong side of history, a term you left-wingers love to use. You're on the wrong side of history. I have a daughter who's a little bit older than Miss Thompson. And God forbid anything happened to her. Because I guarantee you, that person probably would not end up seeing justice via the justice system. Justice would come another way, I promise you that. May this beautiful young lady please rest in peace, and I hope her parents and all her loved ones, I pray for their comfort.
Why is the Democrat Party so radio silent of Dacara Thompson? Did I stutter? Oh, excuse me. Let me say it again louder for those who are in the peanut gallery in the back. Why haven't more black folks in the mainstream Jezebel, whore, Sodom, and Gomorrah media, why haven't y'all said anything about Dacara Thompson?
I feel sad sometimes when I see all these things happening. Like, what is this? At some point, it gave me confused. It therefore means Democrat, the mainstream media, only covers topics they deem necessary that can favor them. Well, what exactly? Okay, now look at this case. What ICE is fighting for happened to this girl. And this family will obviously support anything ICE is doing. This good, Renee Good, or they call her what, came in to stop ICE, to remove this kind of people in the country. You can clearly see the difference here. They should allow these kind of people, right, to continue to do these kind of things. I don't know, if by now you don't see what is going on, you still continue to support these people blindly, then I don't know if you will ever learn or understand what is even happening. I feel sad to the people who constantly, say, oh, ICE is doing. ICE want to remove this kind of people. And I saw Joe Rogan recently trying to, say, oh, what ICE is doing, without actually doing research to find out. It get me crazy to see what is happening. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Thank you guys for always being there, constantly sharing my videos. God bless you. Even when there is no news, I always try to bring updates so you can see what is going on every single day. So the short clips at the end, that is for the YT algorithm.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
I'm interested to see who comes up.
Ethan, it's me. Ethan, how are you? Good to see you. How's the country doing, Ethan? Well, I can't answer for that. Horribly. What do you mean? You know this.
Like millions of people around the country were really concerned with.
You said gather around and say, oh, she's accusing all of the folks at ICE of being criminals. That is not what I'm doing.
This was happening in Minneapolis is
watching.
That we don't normalize what's going on in this country right now. I love America. I love us. I love our communities, free speech, the Trevor Project. And
my babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
Bill Maher, you give us so much.
Yes, Globe for best editing goes to the Justice Department.
I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100. And there you go. $1,500. Let's see if they get the. Well, I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends with Robin Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night back on Zone. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States. Yeah. Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
Obviously hasn't.
I think Joe Rogan got the country that he voted for.